All right, let's do it. Let's watch some khalid versus Toxiic replays while we wait for to see if anyone will step up to play Rise. Yeah, I heard that Kendrick announced his new album. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Wow, that was actually such a sick recovery from Toxiic. Hold up. Look at his wave dash here. Whew. Oh my goodness. I usually just like play these right through, but this wave dash kickoff or wave dash recovery kickoff is nuts. That is one of the best ones I've seen. I mean, it's like the time between his initial impact on the ball and then his wave dash and his flip are all the same. Like, this is insane. He absolutely nailed that. Absolutely nailed that. As did khalid with that challenge. So, really good stuff from both players early on. Yeah, we're going to watch 3 Toxiic versus khalid games. Both extremely high rated at the moment. Both 2 of the highest on the highest rated on the EU server for the past couple of seasons, actually. Of course, khalid has to be the favorite in pretty much any ranked match apart from Jack. Jack has a great ranked match against khalid right now, but I think khalid has a good matchup against everyone else. Maybe Moxie actually has a good match against khalid, but that's a recent development, I think. Yeah, Moxie and Jack, they've been the 2 main contenders, and I think khalid actually has a better game or a better matchup against a lot of the players that Moxie and Jack actually don't like playing. So that's why oftentimes you'll see Jack beating khalid a bunch on Jack's YouTube channel, and then they'll both somehow still be pretty close to each other in the ladder. It's because Jack will probably lose to someone else and khalid beats that other player a bunch. So really interesting to see the different matchups and how they stack up against each other. Fantastic flick by Toxiic. Not sure if he realized khalid was going to make a move there, but he absolutely capitalized on it either way. And that's another great recovery with the wave dash, but not as good as the first one. It's hard to live up to. khalid, physical play on point. Decides to opt for the rolling ball dribble instead of the bounce dribble here. Not the classic that we're used to seeing out of khalid, but still a decent threat. Oh my days, Toxiic absolutely killing it with the flicks in this game as well. Trying to go for the immediate counter-attack here, actually keeping khalid away from a boost steal briefly. We're going to see that boost steal come through eventually, but Toxiic actually surviving quite well here. In fact, he's done more than a survive. Whips a wall shot from the back corner all the way into khalid's net. You need to start charging for your replays. You should, yeah. You should start start streaming on Twitch and then give them to your subs. In fact, this would be a very, very easy thing to automate. So you get a Discord server, and then you give subs access to a special channel in your Discord, which has your replays in it. Go for it, mate. Absolutely go for it. I know you might be joking in chat right now, but no, you should. You absolutely should. Sticking behind a sub wall. And I wouldn't even be mad. I would just go sub. What an idea. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always trying to help out the one scene in any way I can. Help out the ones players. Sustainable ones players are my favorite type of ones players. It's a nice little boost steal there by khalid. He's got Toxiic in a bit of an awkward spot, but Toxiic deals with it well again. He's getting ways to hard clear the ball here. Whenever khalid puts him on low boost near the net, Toxiic relying on those hard hits to stay alive. He might have actually surprised khalid here by how much boost he's got, but khalid able to back off and reassume ball control. khalid definitely having the majority of the possession in this first game. Toxiic handling that pressure excellently, and this is something that not everyone will do against khalid. khalid usually finds a way to get past someone eventually. He'll find a way to either put them on low boost or get a demo on them or force a bad save. Toxiic survived for a long, long time there before khalid crunched him with a pretty big challenge. Hold on. That is his direct kickoff goal, so I want to see what happened here from both players' POV actually, because we have seen wave dash recovery kickoffs from Toxiic. I'm going to pause briefly here to explain, because this is quite interesting. So wave dash recovery kickoffs from Toxiic every single time, and now look what he does. So the guy who's been going for very safe kickoffs throws in a really, really solid kickoff to the inside on the diagonal spawn, and oKhaliD probably didn't expect that. He's probably thinking that Toxic's going to go for a wave dash here, probably thinking that Toxic's going to keep wave dash recoverying, and to counter that, look how side onto the ball oKhaliD is. This is huge. oKhaliD very side onto the ball there, because he doesn't want the ball to stay in the middle. Think about what is going on here. Toxic, wave dash recovery kickoffs. What is the purpose of a wave dash recovery kickoff? You keep the ball under control, then you get to the ball fastest out of the two players. So how do you counter that? Well, you know, force the ball really, really far to one side and make sure that your car has momentum in that direction as well. How do you counter that particular kickoff? You do what Toxic did there. So that's why kickoff mix-up is so important in ones. You can't just rely on one good kickoff strategy. You need to have multiple. You need to have the standard kickoff, but you've got to have good options if that's not working. That was a really, really solid one to go for there. Not the bounce oKhaliD was hoping for in the back corner. Toxic saw the awkward position, takes the ball away from him. Oh, great demo as well on the back wall. Unfortunately for Toxic, that's not the role that he was wanting either. oKhaliD doesn't have the best line of approach here, but he's made something out of it. Oh my goodness, the Master of 50s has gone and done it again. There's so many moments in this game that are rewind worthy. I tell you guys, I don't like to rewind and pause replays, because I know some of you guys don't like it, but this is just a rewind worthy game. I mean, how does oKhaliD squeeze this one into the bottom corner? I just don't know. Toxic covered everything pretty well there. Wasn't completely sure if oKhaliD was going to shoot high. I'll tell you what, he's going pretty good on the outside there. Toxic gets another kickoff through him. What is he? Did he go outside of this one? He did. Look at that. So Toxic scored a kickoff goal on the inside with a diagonal spawn. Now with a slightly offset spawn, he scores on the outside. He really has done so well. Switching up the kickoff strats. Now he's back to the inside again. Even though he's just scored a kickoff goal, he immediately switches sides to dodge the other way, and he gets another kickoff goal after dodging a back corner demo. I mean, Toxic's kickoffs have just been class. Pure class in this game. And now he's back to the wave dash. 2-goal lead. Wave dash. Very likely to kill some time. Fantastic plays. Absolutely fantastic. It looks like oKhaliD's going to flick it over, and though Toxic trying to be cheeky and reverse a challenge in. oKhaliD flicks at the perfect time. What are we going to see from Toxic? He's going to switch it up again. Oh my goodness, this guy is just something else with the kickoffs. This might be the best kickoff game I've seen in a long, long time. He has done absolutely everything right. Now the chain wall dash, set up a wall shot. Still, oKhaliD only trailing by 1. Fakes the air dribble bump. Thought about catching Toxic on the landing here. Instead, plays for the boost steal. Just over 10 seconds left. Toxic up against oKhaliD's flip reset. Looks like he might not have got one though, because there was no reset actually used in that play. Patience from Toxic. oKhaliD, of course, 50-50s the ball perfectly to keep this game alive. And he's gone and done it. Oh, no, he hasn't. He didn't read the bounce. I thought he'd done this. I thought he'd pulled it off. He flicked it over him, but he didn't read the bounce. It was coming straight down. I guess it is just that much easier to see when you're watching, because yeah, when he did this, I was like, oh yeah, he's going to read that, isn't he? It's bouncing on the goal line. Oh, he backed off. He read a different bounce. What a great game, though. Phenomenal kickoff strategies from Toxic. You know, some of you guys, whenever you hear me say phenomenal kickoffs, you're probably thinking that I'm blaming the loss on kickoffs. Like when we say well done with the kickoffs from Wisty, well done with the kickoffs from Toxic. For me, I'm really not. I appreciate good kickoff game, and I want to talk about it enough that people understand the levels of kickoff mind games in 1v1. It's only when you understand what the players are doing that you can really appreciate you know, how many mind games there are in 1v1, and how many you know, different levels there are to kickoffs, especially. Some people, it's funny because kickoffs used to get so much hate. They used to be the thing that everybody would complain about with 1v1, but now they're one of the most interesting elements of the game, at least for me. And seeing what strats players are going for, and what players are showing up with, you know, truly deep and impressive kickoff repertoires like Toxic here. That's the future of ones. That was absolutely stunning. But we've got another couple of games here, so let's get into game number 2 before I just get stuck in this replay forever, rewinding. This is from, I think, a couple days later, so that was a week ago, that first game. Now we're into just 5 days ago, I believe. So let's do it. oKhaliD in the orange this time. Toxic kicking off this game exactly the same way that he started the first one, with that speedy wave dash recovery, and he spots oKhaliD's early challenge in the corner. Something I saw Jack talking about in one of his recent videos. You know, he says that whenever oKhaliD goes to his back corner in defense to grab boost, he always likes to challenge. So Toxic clearly had that in the back of his mind. He was ready to pop the ball if oKhaliD challenges. And if oKhaliD doesn't challenge, then he's just going to keep dribbling in a straight line. He's going to keep control. Toxic actually going to pick up a second kickoff goal here with strong kickoff from the inside spawn. And I'll say it one more time for anyone who didn't hear the first time. What is an inside? What is hitting the ball to the inside on a kickoff? Well, it's keeping it on the same side of the field you started on when you split the field lengthwise. So we're on the right hand side of the field here. Name of the game: get between the ball and your goal and flip to the right. And in fact, this looks like a massive hard read. Check out Toxic's position on this one. This is really interesting. Look where Toxic is. Look where Toxic is. He is completely way away from the ball. He's not actually goal side at all. He has completely read the fact that oKhaliD is going to go really side on. And he's blocked that angle completely. This is insane. I mean, I've never been more impressed with somebody's kickoffs in 1 game and 12 seconds than I have Toxic right here. Oh, you and Evo are ready? Rise. I've got this game and one more if you guys can wait, because I really want to watch these. And I've started, so we should probably finish. Look at Toxic. Oh, he's beamed it, but I mean, this is just rewind worthy. He is doing absolutely everything right. What was that from oKhaliD, actually? Look at this. Yeah, just actually a little bit of boost wastage there. So he had 12, but he used it on the ground. Or he used it in the air instead of the ground with that immediate acceleration. It's not just luck, but it's undeniably luck. Of course it's not luck. Are you crazy? Are you watching what we're seeing here? That was just a hard read. He just read what oKhaliD was doing. These guys play each other a lot, so they know what to expect from one another. oKhaliD versus Toxic, even in the very previous game that we just saw to this one, he was going extremely side onto the ball in diagonal spawns and trying to push it around the outside. Toxic clocked onto that, started blocking that particular angle, and he scored a kickoff goal in the previous game because of it. He scored a kickoff goal in this game because of it. It's not luck. He has just, figured out the tendency of oKhaliD's and completely countered it. oKhaliD still getting through people with 50-50s. Don't know how he does it, but he just really is the master of mid-game 50-50s. Look at that save from Toxic, though. He's staying alive up against a ton of pressure here. oKhaliD going to keep the ball close to him, though. Doesn't back off. Doesn't give any space to Toxic to work with. Or for Toxic to work with, and then slams a shot top corner. I love it when oKhaliD just bangs a shot in the top corner. Look at this now. This is another switch up. I'm going to rewind again. What did I tell you guys that oKhaliD has been doing and that Toxic has figured out? He's realized that oKhaliD is coming in side on to a lot of these diagonal kickoffs, and that's why Toxic is staying on the edge of the ball here. He's approaching from the opposite side. See that? He's blocking the side that he thinks oKhaliD is going to go towards. What does oKhaliD do? Well, he realized that Toxic's realized that he's doing that, so now he swerves last second to goal side and forces it the other way. Like, there are just levels to this. There are actually just levels to this game. If you don't understand it, then yeah, you might just have to go back to 3v3 and ball chase, because 1v1 is just the game for intellectuals. It just is the game for intellectuals. These guys are playing they're playing games within games here. They're playing Kickoff Simulator within Rocket League. oKhaliD actually stepping up here. That he didn't win the last kickoff, but he tried to come up with a counter strat to what Toxic was doing. It's so interesting to see. I've never seen a more rewind worthy kickoff match than what we're witnessing right now. Never. This is insane. oKhaliD actually doing a reverse challenge in plain sight. He knows that Toxic can see him coming here, and that's why it works. It's so dumb that it works. It's so obvious that Toxic thinks there's no way he is just reversing into the ball. That can't be real. He must be faking a challenge. Nope, khalid actually just reversing into the ball. And the fact that it is painstakingly obvious is what makes it work. Toxic kind of scuffing a shot there, but it's enough. Another tight game, and back to the most interesting part of the game we go. Toxic with a complete 360 wave dash into the ball. I don't know if he meant that one. I think he might have tried to dodge and accidentally single jumped. I'll be honest, he might not have meant that one. Toxic's in chat. Toxic, did you mean that? Were you just trying to surprise him? Because sometimes when you see your opponent doing something weird on the approach, you think to yourself that he's beamed it. You're thinking, yeah, actually, he looks like he messed that up. You just messed it up? Yeah, you just messed it up. But yeah, sometimes when your opponent sees you doing something like that, they just try and chip the ball because they think, I think he's just messed that up. I'm just going to chip the ball. And then if you can recover from the mess up, you can get a big dunk because they just try and chip it into your net, thinking that you've beamed it. Sometimes we see somebody genuinely mess up their approach in the kickoff, and then they score a kickoff goal because the other player tries to chip it over them. You always manage to do that in kickoffs at least once a game. So the player who I said had the most impressive kickoff repertoire always does that in kickoffs. Here's one of oKhaliD's switch-ups that he likes to do. This is the delayed kickoff. That's actually a pretty good counter to the wave dash recovery. I'm going to keep rewinding because somebody said stop rewinding a couple minutes ago in chat, so I'm going to do it even more. Yeah, one of the good counters to the wave dash recovery that you're seeing Toxic go for here is just waiting for the ball to come to you and then trying to get a big block on it. oKhaliD didn't get the block that he really wanted to do there. He was trying to get a big dunk. But that's the idea. It's one of the theoretical counters to a wave dash recovery is just not driving into the ball. So the person going for the wave dash recovery, they kind of need you to hit the ball so that their car bounces off the ball and into the ground. If you don't hit the ball, then they're just poking it into you. They just like shit. They just tap the ball. You're like, oh, well that doesn't do anything. A really nice pre-jump there from Toxic. Gonna buy him some time, and with that time, he grabs 100 boost. He's trying to get a sneaky challenge angle here. Thought about it, but it was going to be a bit too obvious in oKhaliD's vision, so he backed out of it. oKhaliD immediately moves in for the boost steal. So watch oKhaliD here. He's faking a shot. Instead, dives for the boost steal, thinking, well, the shot's not going to go past Toxic, so I might as well take his boost, see if I can score or put him in an awkward position. Toxic with the back wall bump. Now transitions to the other side. oKhaliD losing out on a 50-50 mid-air. Not something you see all that often, but Toxic made him feel a bit awkward on the goal line there. He forced oKhaliD to jump. So oKhaliD, if he doesn't jump, he's going to need to react very quickly to what could be an impossible shot. To save, he decides better to just go. So on the bounce, full volley. oKhaliD threatening a shot on the turn here. Toxic not having any off it. Had one quick look at what oKhaliD was doing and thought, you know what, I don't think you can shoot that. I'm just going to go for the ball. He was right. oKhaliD still has control though. Just over 40 seconds to go. Opts for the ball carry instead of the dribble. Commits pretty hard for it, but he's got himself a decent position. Not enough to get a follow-up shot, but he's got that boost steal. This is what oKhaliD does to you. He puts you on 0 boost, forces a bad save, and just wears down the defense. And he's done it. Toxic. Not sure if it's going to be an air dribble bump, a regular air dribble, or a mind game. Picks wrong, and now he trails by 1. He's done it again though, so now we know that this is a mess up from Toxic. He accidentally single jumps. Looks like he's done that so much that he's figured out how to turn it into a somewhat viable kickoff strategy, wave dashing the landing on the approach. It's not the most boost efficient, as we've discovered over the years. Wave dashing in your approach for a kickoff tends to leave you with less boost than just dodging. It looks cool. Not very valuable in practice. Toxic alive in the game for now, and still actually, as he gets the ball into the air, but he didn't stick to the wall, so he'll have to turn. oKhaliD crunches him in a challenge to take the second game here. Toxic was hoping that after keeping this ball up that he could get it to roll up this wall right there. If that ball's rolling on the wall, Toxic can air dribble, but it bounces off, so a bit of an unfortunate situation there. oKhaliD spotted it, just went right for it. Yeah, he thought, yeah, he didn't get the air dribble. I'm just going to go for the ball. It's very tough to get it past him and score immediately there. Okay, we've got one more game. I'm conscious that I think Rise and Evo want to play after this, so let's just hop right into it. Decider. This was played immediately after the previous game was. Let's see who comes out on top. It's Toxiic in the red, khalid in the blue. Yeah, I never did get a reply from... Oh, I did actually get a reply from Wisty. He said he would be down to play as well, actually. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just... For YouTube, we're going to fast forward. We're going to do a little bit of time travel. But sorry, Twitch. We can't do that live. I'll tell him 6 minutes. We'll finish this replay. You're down? Sick. Okay. Well, let's just finish this one replay and then we'll do it. Sorry for the wait. Yo, Arsenal, how's it going, man? Who's the best ones player? Chat, who do you think the best ones player is? Well, actually, you know what? If there was just a big ones tournament with all of the best 1v1 players in the world tomorrow, I would probably have a hard time betting against... Oh my goodness. Pause the replay. What was this save? I was going to say I would have a hard time betting against Jorius, but what on earth was this? What is that save? Are you hold up? Are you joking, khalid? What was this? Toxiic just got scammed. He just got scammed. That is actually unreal. How has he saved this? Hold on a second. Wait. The replay is forcing us onto like a weird POV here. I want Toxiic POV, please. I mean, yeah, that's just a goal. What? He did. Yeah, it wasn't even a fluke. He went for that. You could see that he went for it. That is unbelievable. Oh my goodness. These replays have been class, by the way. They caught you so off guard. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. That was unbelievable. I mean, you did nothing wrong. Toxiic did literally nothing wrong, and he got scored on. He should be 1-0 up. Instead, he's losing 1-0. He got absolutely scammed. Just by skill. Alright, he's back in it, though. He's back in it. Hey, Arsenal, if you want, like, Kickoff, you know, a player to watch for kickoffs in 1v1, watch this guy right here, Toxiic. Download his replays. He uploads every single replay that he plays in 1v1. His kickoffs are insane. He's got a great variety of kickoffs. He doesn't, like, win them all. He doesn't score them all. But he does mix it up phenomenally. And it gives him chances, fighting chances against anyone. Because he never does the same kickoff twice. Great player to watch for kickoff variety. LCSFLDRL, thanks to the 5-month prime. Welcome back to the channel. Also DXT85, thanks to the tier 1. Schwartz San, thank you for the brand new prime. And Mojo Pint, thanks to the 2-month prime as well. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, these games have been phenomenal. These games have been like watching a 7-dimensional chess match. Everything's a mind game between these two. And Toxiic can probably confirm, but you guys have played each other dozens of times over the seasons, I'm pretty sure. In fact, I think there was, and I'm not trying to, you know, expose Toxiic or anything, so this is honestly something I find extremely impressive, but I think there was I might have a video on my YouTube channel where I talk about how Toxiic, at one point, he lost something like 13 matches or 12 matches in a row to khalid. I forget the number. Sorry if I've exaggerated it. Yeah, there was just a session where Toxiic kept queuing. He's getting khalid every single game, and he's losing every single game, but he still keeps playing because he just wanted to keep playing. Wait, was that Revzy? Oh wait, you might be right. Yeah. It was Toxiic Revzy. That's right. I remember why khalid came to my mind. Is because khalid was rank 1 and people were like, wait, how is Revzy now almost at khalid's points? And it was because he farmed Toxiic, and all of the khalid fans were like, oh, boo, Toxiic, you fed Revzy, and now he's coming for khalid's rank 1. And I like watched all the replays. I was like, nah, these look legit to me. It looks like just normal games. It just looks like Revzy's got his number and Toxic's trying to, you know, get some games in against a good player. Like, there's nothing suspicious about this. That was the topic. I remember it now. so many khalid fans were furious. They're like, how is Toxiic fed Revzy this much? Oh, that's calm play from khalid. Oh, that's a nightmare for Toxiic though. He's been in such a good position for this whole game. Now it's kind of falling apart. Toxiic was the first player to ever ask you for a sign. Fun fact. Was it really? That's fantastic. You're both at a call at 4 AM, 5 nights in a row just sniping each other. That's cool. That's awesome. Oh, sorry, I actually didn't mean for that rewind. That was a mistake, so I'll fast forward. That was a mistake. I fat fingered it. That is an open net miss, but it's fine. Wait, why did khalid just open net miss this one? Why did he just miss? Same guy who did the worldy save earlier. He's like, I'm going to hit the post for no reason. KZ Butler 12, thanks to 24 by the Prime. I appreciate it, man. khalid's starting to come back here. Toxic was in full control. khalid looking pretty scary with the 50-50s in every single game that we've seen here. And, you know, despite Toxic's excellent mechanics and great decision making, khalid still does have a way, at least in this matchup that we've seen between the two players, to put Toxic on the back foot and keep him there. Toxic can't break free of the khalid pressure. Once khalid gets it started, it's pretty much just up to khalid. It's him versus himself. Like, is he going to execute on his shots, or is he going to mess it up? It looks like he might have messed this one up, but Toxic doing a lot of work there on the recovery, forcing him into an awkward position. For anyone who's just tuned in, we are going to get a live 1v1 match started right after this ranked cast is over. But this is a replay. In the meantime, don't want to fool anyone. Toxic took the first game, khalid took the second one. Now it's all the rank points on the line. Probably more of khalid's rank points on the line, I think, but not by many. Toxic's also super high rated. khalid looking to work his way past him with a 50-50 game. Backed up with demos, but it's Toxic who lands one. And no panic, just takes the ball to the back corner. Waiting for khalid to lunge in. He wants to pop the ball over an early challenge. It's not happened, but he's managed to play it really well despite not getting what he wanted here. Toxic wanted khalid to lunge in. He was waiting to pop the ball. khalid didn't lunge in, so Toxic just continues dribbling, continues working his way forward, and does get something out of it. Now that back corner touch definitely looked like it caught Toxic off guard. khalid getting a ton of power on this one. I think we have to watch that one more time from Toxic POV. See here, he wave dashes forward thinking that khalid's going to hit the ball softly off his back corner here, try and control the situation, but watch what khalid does. He doesn't hit it softly. Instead, he pops it high into the back corner, knowing that if Toxic's moved in, the ball is going to be in the air, and that's going to give khalid time to turn around, face the play. So Toxic kind of getting a bit surprised by that one. Looks like he was trying to move in and capitalize on a slow, or a much lower, softer touch. One goal game it is, but Toxic has control again. Another nice kickoff. khalid fakes a challenge. This air dribble bump not going to connect, and Toxic's had some success with those, but not this one. khalid moves in for the boost steal. Toxic trying to buy himself some time. He's done so excellently. That's a great bounce. khalid going to start the next bounce dribble. Straight down the middle, and it's the khalid classic with 5 seconds left. Bounce dribble with a monster volley to the top corner. Toxic expecting a mind game in the closing stages, I would imagine. Feel free to confirm in chat if you remember, but khalid does like to go for low 50-50s late in games, looking for equalizers and sometimes overtime goals. Not this time, just goes for the shot. Something I've been asking and hoping that khalid will do more often in these high tension situations. I think he doesn't do it enough. He doesn't just shoot often enough. Few too many low 50-50s, which is understandable given he's so good at them. khalid trying to get the boost steal on spawn here. It was just in time, and the ball dips under. That'll be game over. Looked like Toxic didn't expect this one to go in. khalid there, placing it perfectly. I don't think even if Toxic wanted to save this, don't think he could. It was just, yeah, the boost management. Not able to fight against khalid in this situation. Yeah, he needed to save everything. He had 12, he needed to keep all of it, unfortunately. Leaving with 5 in this situation is just not quite enough. I think if he had 12, he might have been able to save this, funnily enough. But not 5. Still, great game, so phenomenal stuff. And shout out to Toxic, as always, for uploading all of his ranked ones, well, just all of his ranked games to bellchasing.com and letting the rest of the world watch these unbelievable matches. khalid come out on top in this exchange. Really, really close stuff, though. Really, really close stuff. Toxic's almost there. Almost at that level.